All right. Now, I drive a Honda Civic, so not the largest vehicle. So in addition to asking you to subscribe, I'd like to tell you about today's video sponsor, Patti LaBelle's Southern Peach Cobbler with extra crust. And I'm holding it like this because I got the outside of the box sticky. I don't even like peach cobbler like that, but this mess is good. But definitely not super tiny. But Honda Civics sit relatively low to the ground. And one thing that bothers me the most is the fact that most people now here in the United States are driving large vehicles. So whether pickup trucks, SUVs, whatever. And when you're a smaller vehicle, you're just like, yeah, well, kind of get in where you fit in. But apparently that might change at some point in the future. We'll see. But I thought this was an interesting little story. So when I say story, I mean potential for legislation. So let's listen to what Alex has to say.
The lightning round. I will say that there are now ads on the YouTube. When you watch it on YouTube, there are some ads. Those are not official sponsors of the lightning round. The lightning round is still available to be sponsored.
There were so many commenters on YouTube who were happy for us that we finally sponsored the lightning round.
And
I just want to say
reject your
thank you
happiness.
to all of you rooting for us. But it is
Get this
misplaced.
done.
Yeah. Give us money and then be happy. How about that?
I do get emails, and I try to take the money, but I don't know how because it's not my job. I can't be like, I take Stripe. It's just not like a thing. All right, lightning round. Krantz, what you got?
You know how trucks are huge? This is actually kind of a sad one for you because I know you love a big truck.
Every time I see a Raptor now, I'm like, my baby.
But sometimes trucks are too big.
They're all not sometimes.
Many times the trucks are too big. If they come up to my shoulders, I'm like 5'8". That's too tall. The U.S. is finally taking aim, and they are proposing these new rules, and they were going to use crash test dummies, but instead of for crashing, it's for pedestrians because.
So we're going to run the car into people like crash test dummies. Okay.
Yeah, just a little boop. And I think that's really nice because a lot of the times now we've been seeing these really big trucks, and then you see all of these YouTube videos and stuff of people in these really big trucks, and they can't see little kids in front of them, and it's like somebody should check that out. Mm-hmm. And apparently the government was like, we should check that out.
Presumably the only way to
do that is
to make the truck smaller.
I will never be able to describe to you why I just started imagining it's the Beatles Abbey Road cover, but it's 4 crash test dummies lined up like the Beatles, and then just like a Cybertruck just comes and just floors all 4 of them.
That's
and they're like too big.
That's an AI prompt right there, David.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a runway generator near you.
Just immediately what popped into my head.
But there is a lot of optimism about these rules. People seem to be really, really excited about it. It feels like it's a good first step. So it's after all these years of just watching the trucks get huge, it's nice to be like, hey, how about they don't get that tall?
So Nilay, you're a truck guy. Does this is this going to piss off?
All right. So at this point, there's some more that they say. I don't know how much more I really care. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I drive a Honda Civic. And yeah, it is annoying to be a small car around a bunch of monstrosities, but I guess I don't have children, so that I'm not going to say I don't care about the kids. Not going to say that, but that is not my number one priority. My priority as another driver is the annoyances that come along with being relatively low to the ground while everybody else is elevated. And the biggest issue, you can't see around. Yeah, that kind of sucks sometimes, whatever. But the biggest issue is at nighttime, and it's everybody else's headlights. So their bright-ass headlights are now exactly at your eye level. So you are getting blinded from all different directions. So the people behind you, the lights coming in through your rearview mirror, and sometimes you can, adjust your head a little bit, but then it still might be coming in from one, if not both, of your side mirrors. Then people in front of you, when you're driving, they're coming towards you. Their lights might be super bright. So, sometimes it feels like my eyes are searing. Like I'm looking away, but it seems like it's so bright. It's exhibiting heat. And I'm like, this is terrible. And yeah, if the car was lower, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. But it does make me always think of this little thing right here. Not that one. Yeah, I used that in the previous video. So this one, yes. So this one right here. Now, in this example, it's two cars, but the premise is the same. It really is. Hey, why are your headlights so bright? Okay, fine. Do you think you need them to be that bright? And I thought there was legislation being proposed to make it so that they can only be so bright at nighttime. I don't know whatever happened to that, but yeah, it's. I thought this was hilarious. That all right, they approach you, then you have your little button, trunk comes up, and yeah, the person behind you is like, what the fuck's going on? And then yeah, it's like, all right, fine, my light is going to be significantly brighter than yours, so get off my ass, or get around me, or find a way to make it so that your headlights aren't blinding me. So I honestly don't care if pickup trucks actually go away, but I did think it was interesting. I was working with a gentleman a couple years ago, and he has his little Ford F-150, I believe, and had the lift kitted on and everything. And I don't remember how we started talking about truck/cars at that particular point in time, but I do remember him saying that for the most part he just got a truck because other people got trucks, and it's just like, what? So, and I feel like that's the majority of what has happened. Yes, there are certain people who need the space, but most people are just like, well, it's like riding high. Why? Like, I don't. I'm just like, why don't you like riding low? Oh, because other people are riding high. There we go. Some people are like, oh, I like being off the ground. Again, when we walk on the ground, so I don't understand why we can't drive. We don't have to be like on the ground when we're driving, but relatively close to the ground. I don't understand. Flat out, just don't understand. So I can't remember what I was going to say. So in summary, again, not going to say that I don't care about the kids. Not going to say that, but I don't want that to be the only reason that we do something when there are other motorists, other adults who are like, no, this is getting out of hand. Not saying I don't care about the kids, but I do care about me. And I'm sure other drivers are just like, no, I don't want to be blinded like in this particular image. And again, when that vehicle behind you is raised, it's even worse. So I kind of hope that something gets done, whether it's smaller vehicles or just something with these headlights. It's getting out of hand. Getting out of hand.